In the gospel this morning, we read that when the Samaritans wouldn't welcome Jesus and his disciples, James and John asked, "Lord, do you want us to call down fire from heaven to consume them?" Jesus turned and rebuked them. You know, still 2,000 years later, some people want to eliminate the people that don't agree with them. I mentioned it yesterday, a book that I'm reading by Father Greg Boyle, Cherished Belonging. You know, for those of you who may not be aware, he's a Jesuit priest that's ahead of the largest gang intervention program in the world. He takes gang members in and changes their lives. And there's nearly 10,000 a year that come through this program. Some are working in his many businesses that he's set up for them. Others are helping others to grapple with their past and things of this nature. But he's doing a tremendous job of taking people who were shooting at each other, trying to kill each other, to come together and to witness to what God is doing in their lives. So it's such an example, I think, to what's happening in our world today. And he teaches many things. But one of the things that he teaches that really struck me when I read the book, he says that all people are good. See, God made us all. God makes only good people. So all people are good. But he says that sometimes good people, run into problems in their life. Some may have suffered through some trauma that changed them. Others might experience extreme poverty in their lives and grow up poor and had a hard time in their lives. Others might develop mental illness. So when good people have gone through times like that, they do bad things, but they're still good people. It's just those things that they've gone through that's made them bad people. And it may take you a while to take that in, especially you'll think of examples of people, they can't be good people. They are good people. If you knew their lives, the beginning of their lives, you might think otherwise. So, and it may take you a while to take that in. We were discussing that book in our men's group, and men are wrestling with that, to be able to say that all people are good. I have a daughter who's 18 years old. When she was 18 years old, perfectly healthy until she was 18. She developed mental illness. And she still grapples with voices in her head to this day, some 30 years later. There's no cure. And she does outrageous things at times. But she's still a good person. She's still that loving daughter that we gave birth to. Every person on earth is a child of God, regardless of race, religion, where they were born. They are all God's children, just like us. We are all brothers and sisters. And if we can really come to grapple with that, it's really hard to think of another family member to, strike out in violence against that family member. I have a son who votes just the opposite of me. I vote this way, he votes that way. So we cancel each other's votes. But we have a great relationship because we don't let politics interfere with our relationship. Our relationship is primary. And if we think of that with everybody, that will help heal this country. That will make a difference. And there's a lot of people that are starting to think that way. We can disagree, but let's not become disagreeable to the point of violence. I gotta admit, until I read that book and really grappled with it, I couldn't, practice it. I wasn't practicing when I was preaching to you today. But I've changed my mind. I really am going to wrestle and try as best as I can to make sure that I practice what Greg Boyle is teaching. That we are all brothers and sisters, and we can disagree on things, and that's healthy, but don't become disagreeable to a point of ostracizing, or mocking, or whatever. Be a good brother. Be a good sister.